Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So with update 22 recently being released in Forza Horizon 4, we got 6 brand new cars into the game, which was heavily focused around rally legends. However, what is more interesting is that 3 out of the 6 vehicles was actually leaked by some data miners back in late 2019. What I mean by this is that the car files were already inside the game and all Playground Games had to do was decide when they would release them. This included the Nissan Pulsar GTIR, Ford Racing Puma, and the Peugeot Rally 205. Now alongside those new cars, we also got 2 returning cars from Toyota, the Celica GT4s, which wasn't part of the huge car leak list, as I believe Playground Games never imagined to have struck a deal with Toyota to allow their brand to ever be in a Forza franchise again, which is why no Toyota car files were hidden in the game. I will also post a link to the leak list down in the description below so you guys can check it out. So with that said, all the new cars we have seen so far since December, most of them have been from this list, but I'm excited to share with you 6 new hidden cars we could expect in the future for Forza Horizon 4. Starting off with number 1, the Mitsubishi FTO. Who remembers this car? I know some may not, but for those who played Gran Turismo back on the PlayStation 1 in the late 90s will most certainly do. However, in the hearts of many JDM car enthusiasts, the FTO seems to be a car that left a forgetful legacy. On paper, the car was actually quite sporty. Its top-of-the-range model provided a respectful 2-litre naturally aspirated V6, pumping just shy of 200 brake horsepower, which was essentially on par with its biggest rival at the time, the Honda Integra Type R. They both shared very similar characteristics on paper, but unfortunately for the Mitsubishi, it was the Integra Type R that prevailed, now becoming a legendary Japanese icon. One reason could be the lack of identity defined by the FTO. It wasn't really a race-focused sports car, nor was it really that tunable, but it wasn't exactly a smooth commuter either. So it was truly a car which ticked all of the boxes without reaching excellence. Now with all that said, the FTO has been featured in the Forza franchise before, particularly in the Motorsport series, appearing from the first ever title back on the original Xbox through to Motorsport 4 on the Xbox 360. Now it is set to return in current gen graphics with hopefully more modifications and no holes in the exhaust, but I'm very excited to see this car debut in a Horizon title. Number 2, the 2011 Ford car. No matter what you do in life, you cannot make everyone happy. In Horizon 4, it's the same. There's one group of people who love the fast supercars and hypercars, and then there's the other group who love the everyday slowmobiles. Now, given the effort Playground Games have put into giving us some absolute savage cars like the Huracan Performante, 488 Pista, and the Bugatti Divo, I think it would be fascinating to see cars completely opposite to those genre be featured in Horizon 4 too, because vehicles like the Ford car is truly an everyday vehicle. So much so that if you walked outside into your local town, the odds of seeing one of these in a parking lot is pretty high. So you might be asking, what's in this cute little car? Well, it has a 1.2 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, producing a usable 68 brake horsepower. Now, as mundane and slow as the car is, it's actually been featured twice in the Forza franchise, once as a drivable vehicle in Forza Motorsport 4, and once as a traffic car in Horizon 2. Now, this Ford is set to make a return to Forza Horizon 4 sometime in the future, but I wonder will it also become a traffic car as well. Number 3, the Porsche 718 GT4 Clubsport. So back in update 13, we got this, the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. It was the new generation of Caymans which utilized a smaller engine, downsizing from a 3.4 litre naturally aspirated flat 6 to a 2.5 litre flat 4, but this time with a turbocharger. This resulted in the 718 producing more horsepower and more torque. But interestingly enough, the GT4 Clubsport Cayman, which is its race car variant, reverted back to a larger 3.8 litre naturally aspirated flat 6, but facing backwards, creating better balance. Now I know in Horizon 4 we don't often see too many racing cars unlike Horizon 3, but given that the Clubsport has appeared and only appeared in Forza Motorsport 7, it's primed and ready for Horizon 4, and honestly, I really would like to see more motorsport vehicles in this game because it's probably the only place we will get to see more of them roaming around on the public roads. Number 4, the 1999 Honda Civic Si. Yes, finally, after years of being absent in the Forza franchise, we will most likely see the return of the true tuner Honda scene back, and this time even better in the open world of Horizon 4. Yes, I know we already got the Civic Type R and the Acura Integra Type R, but these two-door Civic SIs were huge, especially in America, given how tunable, affordable, and fun they were. You could go a range of different directions with these Civics, whether it's drag racing or a full-blown circuit build. And because they weren't as rare as the Civic Type Rs, yet had similar engines, if you were getting into cars where you had to earn money to buy parts, these Civics were just the way to go. Producing around 180 brake horsepower from a 1.6 litre inline-4 codenamed the B16A2, it's the VTEC after 6,000 RPM that we all want to hear, and I just hope Playground Games can capture that sound to perfection. Much like the Pulsar GTIR, I look forward to seeing this car return in current gen consoles, and I won't be surprised to see a lot of these roaming around. Number 5, the Nissan 370Z Formula Drift. So with the inclusion of 2 new Formula Drift cars in recent updates, don't be surprised to see a couple more in the near future, including Chris Fosberg's Nissan 370Z Formula Drift car. What makes this car so unique is the engine that sits underneath the bonnet. No, it's not just your typical engine swap with an LS1 or a 2JZ, but it's one of those where you would actually believe it's done just in Horizon 4. Yep, it's powered by a 5.6 litre V8 that is seen in a Nissan Titan, which according to Fosberg was used because it was the only way to stay at the top of the competition. Now throughout the life of this 370Z, it's gone through multiple updates and refinements to make this the best drift car possible, but if Horizon 4 was to include its latest development on the car, then Playground Games would include the twin-turbo version, which makes over 800 wheel horsepower, making it on par with most of the other Formula Drift cars in the game. So which one will it be? I certainly hope it's the latter. Number 6, the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. I know our most recent update mainly focused on rally, but I don't believe Playground Games is stopping there, as this car was also seen in the hidden game files. However, this was not a road-going production car built for homologation. This is the actual rally car itself that was used to compete in multiple rally series, including the World Rally Championships under the Super 2000 class. Appearing from Forza Motorsport 1 through to Motorsport 4, I'm unsure if we would get the livery that we have seen in those titles, but that doesn't really matter. What I love is having a true rally car that is unique. We also associate rally cars from around that time period to have around 300 brake horsepower with squirrels chirping away every few seconds, but that's because most rally cars are turbocharged, but not the 207. Despite producing 280 brake horsepower from a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, it's naturally aspirated, which is nearly unheard of. How on earth has the French squeezed that much power from such a small engine with no forced induction? Truly incredible, and fingers crossed that we do get this car, hopefully in a future Peugeot update. So there we have it guys, 6 new hidden cars that you could expect in the future for Forza Horizon 4. Let me know what you guys think of this list, and are there any cars that you particularly want to see in the future for Horizon 4, or maybe perhaps in a future Forza title? Make sure to write it down in the comment section below. I do read your comments guys, and also if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. And lastly, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you don't ever miss out on another video that goes live, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.